So I thought I'd kick off by just showing you what I've been up to before getting into the soak experiment. I've been going through all my pages and albums and taking out stamps. So we've got two big things of Australia, a big one of Canada, got Jersey, Malta, Ireland, only a few Hong Kong out of the lot so far, New Zealand, and United States, which I will be using some of these stamps for the experiment, as there is a mix of conditions in those. And then most of the pages were British, and we've got this big thing of commemoratives, pre-decimal, and a big box of commemoratives, not commemoratives, definitives, and it literally just goes. So all these will need soaking because they all have hinges, but we get some stamps out, do a drink, and we'll get into the experiment. And this experiment really comes from a little chat with Shani from the Great Stamp Adventure. I hope I pronounced your name right, but go check her out. I'll put a thing here and a link to her channel in the description. She has some great videos, so go check her out. I'm going to do a little experiment and do different soaking and see how they turn out. So we've got control, just water, water and rinse, soap and rinse, a bit of bleach and rinse, soap, bleach and rinse, and then ultra, which is soap, bleach, rinse, and using rinse aid. Just a little fun experiment. So I'm going to take photos of each one, so after we've soaked them, and they have a side-by-side comparison, and the control is just for a control, this OK colour, and see how they dry up. So I'll get set up and we'll have a little go. So we've got the warm water and the tub to rinse. So we got, in this lot we're going to do the water rinse and the control. So we've got focus. So we got that one for the control. And then the free scent trusty stick. We got just water, which is and then water rinse. So we'll let that sit for 5 minutes and we'll see how they turn out. After 5 minutes you could see some of the hinges come off, but I will do the control at 5 minutes, which I will rinse the control stamps. And let's have a look at. We'll leave those. We'll leave that for another 5. Let's see if that comes off. So, be back in 5. So it's been 10 minutes now. This was just water, so don't rinse those ones. Then this was the water rinse. We'll rinse those. I've got the press, so I'll dry those, stick them on the card, and we'll continue to the next ones. So as they're drying in the press, we'll get the next lot started. So I'm using fairy washing liquid, which is like Dawn or stuff, washing up liquid, that's it. I'll put it in a eye drop bottle just to make it easier, and we'll just put 1 drop or 2 in there, and we'll put the warm water in and we'll see how that goes. So for the soapy water, we're going to be using this 15 cent and this 10 cent. Used the wrong end of the stick, but we'll leave that for 10 minutes and we'll see what they look like after. So the hinges have come off and we'll just now rinse. And I'll stick these in to dry as well. But the next ones we're going to be experimenting is soap and bleach. So in this little bottle I have got some thick bleach, and because this is soapy water, we'll just put 1 drop, literally just 1. We'll mix it in. And we've got the 5 cent and another 5 cent. And we'll see how they come out in 10 minutes with just that drop of bleach. So I'll dry those, stick it to the side on its card, and we'll see you soon. So we've got the water, the warm water, another drop of bleach, I'll mix it in. And the ones going in just the bleach and rinse are these two. That's the back and the front. It's already torn, but it's an experiment, so we're just seeing what they're like. So again, this will be 10 minutes, and then the last one is basically the same, but with rinse aid. So we'll see you in a sec. So take them out, rinse them off. Then the next ones are gonna be the what I called Ultra, which is soap, bleach and rinse aid. So we've got the 6 cent and the postage due 2 cent, and I'll get that set up and we'll stick them in. So again, fresh water, we put the drop of bleach, and the washing up liquid. We'll mix that through. And we'll stick the stamps in. And for the rinse, I've just got rinse aid for the dishwasher. Just put a little bit in. That was a bit more than a little bit, but then I'll mix that with the other side. Then again, we'll just wait for 10 minutes. See how they come out. So what I'll do with this one, since we're using the rinse aid, is I'll leave these in the water to rinse for about a minute. See if that does anything extra to help. So we'll just take these out now. I'll get them in the press after they've dried off a little, and we'll do the roundup. So they're all dry. I'll stick a picture of the back up in the corner here. This is the control. Don't drop. Focus. That's the control 3 cent, and I dropped it. And that was just normal water and rinse, but this was because they were sort of cleanish, and that's why I used them as the control. And coming up, we got just water, no rinse. It's the small. I keep dropping. Definitely need better tongs, no tweezers, and that's the back. Then we got the water with the rinse. That came out pretty good, I think. But again, I'll stick to photo top corner. And then we've got the soap and rinse. So this one really wasn't that bad, but you can see some of the browning from around the edge has gone and ain't as prominent as it was before. And the same with the 10 cent. Then we come to the controversial using a bit of bleach. So this is bleach and rinse. Focus. Come on. Again, still got the tear, but yeah, it did clean up. Sort of well. We got the soap and bleach. I gotta say this one did come out pretty clean. And then you got the 5 cent. And lastly was using a little bit of rinse aid in the rinse. You got the 6 cent. And the 2 cent. So I'll lay them out and see the overall result. So what I've done, I've just put them in glassines, and I think the best one really was just water rinse and then soap with a drop of soap in. They did come out almost identical, but I think the soap did help bring out some of the colour. And then bleaching, I don't recommend, as bleach does deteriorate stamps. But if it's for personal use, for your personal collection, or if you're going to use them for arts and craft, maybe if you want to get a bit of colour out of the old stamps for the dirt, then I think they came out okay. But don't recommend bleach if you're a collector. But yeah, soap and rinse came out pretty well. Took some of the colouring off the side, as well as just normal water. So that was a fun experiment. Hope it's helped everyone try and decide what they want to do. That's about it, I think. So drop a comment and say what one you think came out well, and we'll see you in the next video. I am thinking about doing some lives on YouTube of just sitting here and soaking, drying, and just have a little chat in the live stream. I'll see about that if people fancy that. But hope you all have a great weekend, and see you next time.